Okay. What do you think you could have done like better this game? Like why do you want to review this one?
Uh, well, I think I just made a couple lane mistakes. I got a decent lead early game, and I dying to Yasuo at one point when he was like 0-1, and I don't think that I should have died there.
Okay.
So, not necessarily just that specific
Yeah.
play, because I have looked at it and I know
Dying is
why that
like
happened, but
super super bad on Lad. Early game.
yeah,
Like it like fucks you for the rest of the game.
okay.
Like the amount of CS that you get, like let's just say at like 5 minutes dictates the speed of the CS that you get in the next like 10 minutes. Like if you are able to afford like let's just for example say you can afford a blasting one instead of an amp tome because you didn't lose any CS, then that means you've got like extra AP, more damage. With that more damage, you can take the next CS faster and faster. You know, you can like accelerate yourself like this. So like losing even a little bit is like it's gonna like fuck you for the rest of the game. That's why like dying is like so not good.
One question, I was wondering, what are your thoughts on Ghost Disciple?
Uh, Ghost with Electro or
Yeah,
it's really really shit. Like you go Electro to kill people like in lane. So if Ghost is
okay.
like late game scaling. Um, I just recently
Oh,
completed a guide. I can send you like pre-version of it already if you like.
okay.
It talks about the two different setups, and you should either go like Ghost with Phase Rush and Ignite, like Ghost Ignite. I don't know if you've seen me do that,
Yeah,
but
I saw one of your videos.
yeah, it works really really well. And either that or you go Flash Ignite with Electro. But like
Okay,
mixing those summoner spells are really really bad.
yeah, so you're meaning like,
Like if you go Electro, which is fine versus Yasuo as well, because like he's a melee champion, you can like abuse Taste of Blood really well, and you can abuse Electro really well. Like it's fine here. Like this perfect rune setup. Yeah. Before the game even starts, as soon as you walk to a lane, you should walk to this bush over here. You see this one?
yeah, it's like the bottom river bush.
Yeah, this one here. As soon as
Okay,
you get out of base, this is really really
gotcha.
important because at like 122, I'll show you. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
Do you know how much CS a jungle camp gives, like on the scoreboard? Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello, hello?
Does that help?
You there again?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Alright.
Alright,
Do you know how much CS a jungle camp gives?
4, right?
Okay, perfect.
30
So I'm on
seconds
the
until
opposite side of the
minions
map right now.
spawn.
So just imagine that I would be in this bush. As
Yes.
soon as you fucking as soon as you spawn, you should walk up into this bush right here. And if you're on the other side of the map, then this one here. This
Okay.
will show like if enemy is invading as well. And if you get here like instantly, if you walk here instantly, then you will arrive here first. The enemy team like will be like around like 1 sec. They will be like here. So you can just back off if you see them. So it's
Minions
not really
have
dangerous at all.
spawned.
So
Okay.
plan is to walk in this bush, and then once like it's a 120-ish, you can do this earlier, but it's kind of risky. Like once it's like 120, you walk over here, opposite side for like opposite map, of course, and you just slap a ward down here.
Okay.
This is really, 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 really important. It's like the most basic thing that you should like get a habit of doing like every game. Do you know why?
I imagine because most junglers will um, take their raptors early, right? So you can check their CS
Well,
as they walk
even if they
by.
don't take it early, you know where the enemy jungle is with this ward right here. Unless they're like psychopath and they go like this way around. That's like really,
Yeah.
really rare. Okay, so if they start bot side, like the jungle on blue buff, then you won't see them at all for like a while. And if you don't see them at like, I don't know, like 2-3 minutes, then you know that they're bot side, right? Because they haven't shown yet.
Yeah.
So you can hug this side of the wall and you'll be immune to ganks. If you just hug like upside wall, you literally cannot die to ganks like this. And if they do show, then you can see them here, right? Like if they
Yes.
go red buff and then raptors, then you'll see them instantly, right? And if you see them, you can see what like stats they have and shit. And if they have like 4 CS, that means they just did red buff and now they're going to like raptors if they're like showing here. And then you can like kind of predict where the enemy jungle is going to be like literally 5 minutes deep into the game, just because like this guy is going to be over here and then you know that he's there and you can just hug this side of the wall. And then once he shows here and he's got like 12 CS, that means he did 4, 4, 4, 12 CS, and now he's going to go over here. So then you can go on the opposite side of the wall again and just hug this wall, and then the jungler can't really like just fucking go like this, you know? Like that's not really what you can do. You understand?
Yeah.
That's really important. And this is all because of this early game ward. Like it makes such a huge difference. It's like a really, really simple thing. Like you will never ever die to jungle ganks if you do this. It's especially
Okay.
important versus like early game gankers. Kha'Zix like kind of likes to farm, but he still can, like, if there's an opportunity, he will gank you, especially in like
Yes.
Yasuo Vlad matchup, because whoever gets a kill is just like gonna roll over the other person, or should. So right now here you should already be in the bush,
Yes.
just chilling there, and then 120 arrives, and you can just walk over. You can do it earlier, and sometimes with Electro, I will like try do it earlier and hope I don't die, and if they show, then I'll just back off. But if you do it earlier, when you have Electro page, then a power ward will spawn at like the time that the jungler will walk over there, and then he walks over the power ward, and you get like extra AP as well. That's also like
Okay.
something to keep in mind.
So you're thinking I should go the power ward whenever I go lecture,
Uh,
not the eyeball thing?
no, power ward is much better. It's like much more
Okay.
consistent.
That makes sense.
Okay. Why do you hit the wave here, level 1? Like, it's just for fun, or?
Um, I sometimes don't think enough about it. If I
These
were to
small
try to
things.
rationalize it
Yeah.
now, I was maybe thinking that sometimes I get Yasuos that like dash through the wave and
Yeah.
try to poke me, so I'm just trying to hit level 2 first, so he maybe wouldn't do that.
Okay. What happens if you push it? You get level 2 first, and then the wave is like over here, and there's lots of your minions alive, and then he hits level 2 as well. What do you do then?
Uh-uh.
You just get run over, right? Because like just
Yeah,
that, yeah. So this is really, really
okay.
dangerous. Um,
So,
these like small
usually,
details like these, like just auto hitting this, like it makes a huge difference in the lane. So you should really be thinking
okay,
about this. Right now, it's fine because he's pushing it as well, and you want it to like, you want the wave to be like close to your tower, right? So you can't get ganked.
yeah.
It's pretty like safe for you. It's not really hard to maintain, especially
So
versus
in
Yasuo. He
general,
has to overextend. Like there's so many benefits. You want the wave to be here. How do you do this right now?
just try to not let him, um, or not push into him as much, and hopefully not let it crash if
Yeah,
possible, right?
perfect. So you want to not match every auto hit that he's doing, but like for every like 2 auto hits, you want to like at least auto once.
Okay.
It's fine. Like, right now, you have to be hitting the wave. You have to hit this. Hit, 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 hit. It's fine again. What you can do versus melee champions, and it works really, really well versus like Yasuo and like really low range ones. When you auto him, you take minion aggro, right? And as well with your Q.
Yes.
So these minions are aggroed on you for earlier for like a millisecond. If you see that, you can just walk up and bring the wave to be like over here. And
Okay.
then it's like going to be even closer to your turret like earlier. And because these minions are like so healthy, I'm pretty sure it'll still like stay and like push into your direction. Like
Alright.
I'll show you right here. Right here. You see the minions like walking up?
Mhm.
If you click like over here, right now, then these will like drag over here. And then Yasuo is in a really, really rough spot. Like how the hell does he last it when the minions like over here?
Yeah.
This is like really important versus melee champions.
Necessarily nice. Can't get to that.
Yeah, this is really huge.
That's just Nunu, I
It's
guess.
pretty much GG now already. Let's see.
So that is one problem I end up having is, especially when I'm playing Vlad, right? I don't have much wave clear.
Yep.
So I feel like I'm kind of trapped because I feel like he's gonna get back before I can
Yeah,
fully
I
shove the
mean
wave, and then
that
I
is the case
struggle.
here. So it's really like, what's the best situation you can make out of this right now? If you push it, you're not going to crash it. The next wave is going to arrive, and it's going to be like a really fat wave, and then he can just like fight you in
Um,
it. So what's the like next best thing you can do right now?
I guess I probably just insta recall, right? Because it's not gonna.
And then what do you buy
Bounce
if you
back.
recall?
I guess that's true.
Right now,
I'm not
like
sure.
like nothing. Like you think this is like a bad thing because like you need to push or something, but right now you just chill, like just like last it.
Yeah.
If you
All right.
like, this isn't going to like perma freeze, but some of these minions will die, and eventually, like in a minute or so, it's gonna like start slow pushing. But who cares about in a minute's time already? Because in a minute, Yasuo's gonna be back, and he's probably gonna fight you in the wave and like make it not fucked anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So right now, you just last it, just last it. This is like really
Okay.
doomed. This is so doomed.
Yeah.
Pushing this is like putting yourself in like a spot to die.
Yeah.
Like if you die, like I'm calling it. You said you died to him. I'm calling it. It's gonna be like in, I don't know, a minute. I swear to God.
Yeah. I
Like
played this game
this is
like.
scary now. Like what the
Yeah,
hell
it
do you
is.
do if this guy hits level 2 and he just like fights you in the wave and then backs off as soon as you want to trade with him? Like, what's the counterplay then? Like you have no abilities right now. You have 10 seconds cooldown. He can literally just right click you and you die right now.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed I do. Sometimes I'll use my E to like get one CS, and that's probably not worth it just because I need to apply pressure in trades.
I mean, it depends. Like if you can afford to use it, then yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
can.
true. When I have like zero CDR, it feels risky.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess
it
right
early
here,
game it also hurts you a lot more than it deals damage. Like
yeah, that's true.
you are legit infinitely blessed. You used all your luck for 2021 already. That Yasuo is like not
Yeah,
pushing right now. Like if he just like did what I told you to do earlier, where you like held the wave, you would be fucked. Like you could not play the game anymore.
yeah,
But he lets you crash it,
feel,
so friendly.
yeah,
The recall is good because like it's crashed on a turret. You like hardly lose anything. It's really really nice. Good that you're pinging where the jungler's going.
yeah. That's one thing that I see some like streamers do that I watch. They're like constantly using their F keys while they play. I've
Hmm.
never been able to do that super well. I should practice.
It's mostly important like, I don't know, like 10 minutes into the game on that at least,
Yeah,
because with this information right now, what are you gonna do with it? Like
yeah,
you can't
that's
roll.
true.
You're not playing Talon or anything. Yeah, this recall, like I said, was really really good because it's undeterred. You only lose, I think, 1 or 2 melee minions. Yeah, I think you lost 2.
Yeah,
That's like literally nothing
get
for
the
an amp
XP
tome.
from
It's like
one.
insane.
I have a kind of dumb question.
Yeah,
When
sure.
I run electrocute, I find that like I don't feel the Ravenous Hunter as much.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's just a good one to default to, or if there's any other ones that you think could be
Um,
worth trying.
there is a really crazy guy in China who's gotten 1 KLP in Korea, and he, for some reason, I don't know why, probably because like they're just perma like bloodthirsty in that server and they always like fight like crazy. Let's see if I can find it. He likes to go Ultimate Hunter, and
Okay.
like I don't know, it's just preference honestly. Like I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I just really like Ravenous because they changed it from like on like ability vamp to omni vamp, so it works on your auto hits as well. And even though you
Alright.
only have like, I don't know what it is, 1% like omni vamp, like that 1% in laning phase adds up. Like it really does.
Yeah, that's
Like
like half the Doran's blade, right?
I mean, yeah, it really is. Like at like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, you will have healed like 50 HP just from auto hitting and like queuing and shit like that with Ravenous Hunter. And you can
Yeah.
say sure 50 HP, but like I'm sure you would have survived in some situations, or you would have like died if you
Yeah.
didn't have that 50 HP. So like it's still a big diff at the end of the day. Let's see. This guy is really, I don't know, I can't read this guy's mind. Yeah, he likes to go like Ultimate Hunter and Eyeball Collection. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
guy's a criminal.
Guess that's just I've seen like clips of people on the Chinese servers and stuff.
Hmm.
It's crazy. It's not seem like a fun place to play Vlad, but
No,
I guess that guy
yeah, he makes it work.
finds a way.
Slow pushing is fine here. You're hitting it a little too much though. Like again, what does it benefit you like pushing this? Like right now you're just hitting this like for fun. What does this benefit you?
Yeah. I need to. That's one thing I've noticed. I just need to think a lot more about each thing
Yeah,
that I do
it's really, really
and the
important.
autopilot.
The thing is, like at first, it might seem really like overwhelming. Like every smallest detail, everything has like such an outcome. But it will eventually go into like your autopilot. Like I don't even think about these things anymore when I like play. I think of like other things like can like Yasuo go bot lane and kill my Vayne, you know? Like
Yeah.
this will literally happen automatically. Like it sounds really overwhelming, but like just focus on it like one game after another. Yeah.
Okay.
As I was saying, if you hit this, then it's gonna start pushing a little faster. And right now, when you play Vlad with Electro and you've got like a little lead, like you burst the shit out of this Yasuo, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if you can poke him a little bit, can you dive him?
I think that's definitely possible.
Yeah,
I just
so
need to make sure I pull this stuff and don't get ulted.
how unbelievably fucked would Yasuo be if you slow push this and then there'd be like 3 extra waves here because you did it like that slowly and you stack the waves and you stack the waves. Then you're like level 5 and he's like level 3 because the waves are your wave is still alive. And then you dive him on that fat wave. How like unbelievably irreparably fucked would he be? Like
Yeah, that'd
he
be
couldn't do
really
anything
tough.
then, right? So that's like that should be like your game plan right now. This is like really easily done versus like melee champions because like you can take the minion aggro, you can just walk
Yeah.
up to them, you can take Electro into those champs.
I had a question.
Yeah, sure.
Um, what do I do if the jungler shows up after I try to dive? Do I just like? I guess it's probably fine. Like not fine, but it's a decent death if they end up killing me just because my laner misses out on so much,
I
right?
mean, if it's you mean like if you kill him and you die as well,
Yeah.
oh, it's like 1,000,000% worth. Like you have to ask yourself how much like CS is he losing and how much are you losing? If there's a really fat
Yeah.
wave on a turret, then he's gonna lose like 3 minion waves, and you lose literally nothing because like
Yeah.
these minions are
Takes so
just
long to
chilling on a
push
turret,
back.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's super worth.
Yeah. I don't know how I lost to this guy. Like looking back on it, especially,
Yeah,
it's like this guy's crazy how he uses
yeah.
wind ball and stuff.
Using your abilities like this is kind of ballsy because right now, like you want to stop him from hitting this wave, right? You want to
Yeah.
make like a big slow push. And are you threatening if you don't have any abilities up?
Definitely not.
Yeah, so like if you use your E, 12 seconds, and Q, 7 seconds. Right now, if this guy like actually turns his brain on, what can you do if he just jumps on you? Like he's scared of you, even though
Yeah.
you haven't like nothing up.
I feel like especially like right there, right? He could have just dashed through
Yeah,
and
he could
tried
have
to
just
EQ
sliced you
me
up.
with the tornado.
Yeah, and
And
you know,
even if I pull it, then that's
yeah,
20% of my health,
yeah,
right?
and you know, this wave is like slow pushing in his direction. That keeps on
Yeah.
happening, and it freezes over here, and then he like holds it there. You are out of the game. That's why playing Vlad in
Yeah.
high-low is really, really difficult because people will do this to you and they will punish you. And
Yeah.
when you're at that stage, there's literally nothing in the world that can save you other than like your jungler or something. And if you have to
Yeah.
take your jungler's time, then you're already like costing the game like so much resources.
Yeah.
It's like not what you want to do.
This jungler having to focus on a Vladimir is probably not
Yeah.
ideal. Yeah.
Like again, this E, like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I
And now
guess
you don't have your.
I
It
need to. Yeah,
would
I
be really
need
nice to
to
get E right
either
now, wouldn't it? You'd proc Electro.
definitely would.
You would proc Electro, and it'd do like 50 damage as well. So like it'd deal almost 100 damage, like extra right now. Be really,
Yeah.
really nice. And if you proc like Electro and 100 extra damage, and then you just keep like walking at him, and he like loses half his HP,
Yeah, that
and you
puts
lose
him
half your
in.
HP. So what if you lose it? You have potions. You're playing Vladimir. You want to lose HP. The lower HP you are, the more effective your empowered Q is because it heals you based off missing percent HP.
Yeah. Also with my ignite coming up in level
Mm-hmm.
6 and like
Yeah,
him
and then
being
you just
low
dive
is
him, and he's out of the game. He's fucked.
yeah.
Pinkwood here is kind of shitty
Yeah.
because what happens if you know like the wave is under his turret, right?
Hmm.
What happens next with the wave? Where's the wave stick going to be if nobody interacts with it?
It's coming back out towards me, so I'm pretty much safe from ganks either way, right?
Uh, I mean, look how big the wave is, and the
Yeah,
next
so
wave
it's
is
gonna
coming.
stay under his tower for a bit,
Yeah,
right?
and if it stays under his turret, it's going to be on his side of the map, right?
Yes.
And if it's on his side of the map, what happens with the wave?
then it's gonna slow push back,
Yeah,
right?
perfect. So if it slow pushes into your direction and he stacks like a wave, you can't just walk through the wave and then like make him not clear your pink ward. Like he's literally just going to walk up and clear this pink ward now any second.
Yeah, I
And
think that
yeah,
happens.
I mean it's really really obvious that this is gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like look, the line, this thing is not in the
yeah.
center, so it will push into your direction.
I think I remember this play. I remember getting kind of tilted because then it just holds a snowball forever and was that on this thing pretty easy kill. But wait, that a Kha'Zix even? Don't think so.
But the thing is, when you play with Electron Ignite and you do this, you didn't kill
Yeah,
him, right? But he can't stay in lane right now with this HP because you'll just one shot him if he comes back, right? So what the fuck does Yasuo do right now if you let this wave slow push into your direction? He has to take such a shit recall right now, right?
yeah.
Also, your pool slows him, so I would just pull underneath him right now,
Okay.
just for the slow
Yeah.
that Nunu can maybe catch up.
Makes sense.
But like this guy is 100 HP. He is fucked. He really is fucked. And the next minion wave is coming. It's gonna start like slow pushing into your direction, and then you can just freeze it next to your turret. This guy can't break the freeze. He has to recall, come back, and then like he has to like try contest you with the freeze. And if he recalls, you're probably gonna get level 6 by the time he comes back in the lane. And if you're level 6 and he's level 5, he can't even break the freeze then. You just ult him, you send him back to base, even if you don't kill him. So what? It doesn't matter. He has to walk back to base again, and he loses out even more farm. And he's just completely out of the game. He'll be like level 7, he's level 5.
What are your thoughts on playing Seeker's Armguard into AD matchups?
I think it's really, really troll into Yasuo. And the only AD matchup that I would buy it in is with Zed. Otherwise, I think
Okay.
everything is really, really bigger because you're like really low range on Vlad, right? So dodging Zed's
Yes.
combo is kind of like really fucking hard. Like it's not something that you can consistently do. You kind of have to
Yeah.
just eat it up, and Seekers makes it so you can just like piss chill and just eat it up, and it doesn't matter.
Yes. Yeah, I think I should be playing more aggressive there. Probably could have killed him. Because he
Also,
dashes forward.
another thing that I wanted to mention is you have 2 regular wards right now, so it's like
Yes.
kind of
It's a
wasting away.
problem.
Even if you just place it in lane, like right, place it right here, it's better than nothing because you have power ward
Yeah.
and you need to place the shit to get it. Like if you
Yes.
place it like on cooldown, like as soon as as soon as you have wards, you will get your power ward stacked at like 13 minutes, and that's like 30 extra AP at 30 minutes. Is like really
Okay.
crazy. So
So as long as I'm feeling safe, it's better just to place them down for the Poro
mhm.
rather than holding on to it.
And like a million ward is like still really good. You can see if the jungler like goes through there. You can see if Yasuo wants to roam and things like that.
Yes.
All right. These minions go on a shirt. We understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen with the wave?
It's probably gonna crush like a little on his side, but kind of near the center,
Yeah.
right?
So the
Because they
line's gonna
died
be
in
like
the
here, right?
tower. Yeah.
And what happens if the line is here?
It's gonna slow push back.
Yeah. And if it slow
There's an
pushes and
extent.
you just zone him away, how is he going to farm?
He's not.
Yeah. Like he is fucked right now. He has to take a bad recall. He's legit like he's like bleeding out of his asshole right now, and the bleeding is only gonna get harder and harder unless he like recalls right now. Like sure, it sucks for him, but it's better than this. Like he has to cut his losses so badly right now, and you like pushing this, queuing this, is helping him so much. Because if you
Yeah.
somehow make this
Okay.
wave go under turret, then he can still farm. He can still be happy and like get CS.
Yeah. Because
But if this slow
I know
pushes,
I
he
can't
is
fight him.
fucked. He really can't play the game.
Alright.
Also, if you know he doesn't have wind wall right now, I'm pretty sure you can just insta kill him with Electro, with Flash. I don't know how many seconds ago he used it. It's like 20-second cooldown. He just doesn't use it. But even if he doesn't use it, see if I can find the opportunity. Where is it? Like here. Alright, if you proc his passive here, he's really, really ballsy. And you have your Electro up here. What you could literally do right now is auto him once. That's one hit. And then flash underneath him and then just EW. And then if you like release everything like instantly, then it'll proc Electro and it'll like for sure one-shot him.
I'd imagine.
That's what you
like,
could do right now. But like honestly, I wouldn't even do this. Even if this is like a free kill. Like kills don't really like mean that much compared to farm. And you can make him miss fucking everything right now. You can make this guy like get like 40 CS in 10 minutes and cry his eyes out with this like opportunity that you have right now.
Yeah.
Like you pushing this, this legit helps him so much. You're letting him like get out of this really bad spot.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you're pushing again, one auto. Again, auto, auto. If you just let the slow push, he can't farm. He's so fucked.
Yes. Also with how close it
E
is
as
to
well.
the
Like,
yeah, I don't
he
know.
really is out of the game right now. Like, this game is like a done deal already. But you're letting him farm like this. Like,
Yeah.
you're spoon feeding him CS right now.
Sure.
Yeah,
yeah, that should have been a kill.
Yeah, I mean, you have Electro, right? You
Yeah.
hit him with EW, that's 2 hits. Right now, all you have to do is just auto or ult or auto Q or ult Q, like anything, and he just evaporates. Like, you for sure one-shot him here with ult.
Yeah. And then with his Windmill down, I could just flash on him there too, right?
What?
With his Windmill down, right? Just as he walks up for CS, I could just be flashing on him when my empowered Q is up, right?
That's ballsy because he has the shield and that gives him like another
Oh,
like
yeah, that's
150 HP.
true.
I don't know, like right here, you know, like when he dashes onto you, like he's dead. Like
Yeah,
he has less than 300 HP. Actually, no, he has 316 HP right now. 300 right now. You think like 150 damage from your ult, and with like 50 damage from your Electro, that's like 150 already, and then just auto Q or Q, and he's dead, right? There's like no way that he can survive this. There's really no way. Again, look, we're pushing. We're legit spoon feeding him again.
Yeah. So, I guess right here it's kind of risky because I'm playing up on the top side of the lane. I should be towards my ward.
Not necessarily so. I mean, we don't know where Kha'Zix is.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not really that scary as well, because Kha'Zix, there's no way that he's going to be level 6 already. And if he ganks you, you just one-shot him. Like, literally. You have lots of AP, and you have Electro and ult. Like, you literally just one-shot him. So you don't really have to be scared of jungle. Right here, how much time do you have until the next minion dies? The next enemy minion dies? If you, like, don't hit the wave.
Probably 5-10 seconds.
Yeah, like 5 to 10 seconds, right? So you could, with those 5 seconds, just walk over here and like slap a ward down over here. And then you don't even have to be scared of the jungle, and you've got like overloaded like too many wards as well. Or you could like walk down this way and ward enemy raptor camp. Like these kind of wards help out your jungle so goddamn much. Like a ward right here, because that will like spot the enemy jungle eventually, and then you can like play around that.
Yes.
Right now you like waste a ward timer where you could have potentially warded.
Pushing it too fast.
And again, look, it's slow pushing into your direction right now. If you just leave it slow, like let it slow push into your direction, and then you freeze it near your turret, this guy is out of the game.
Yes.
We're getting the spoon ready again. We're feeding him. Yeah, so
I don't know what I'm thinking here. That's so bad.
I mean,
I just
doing
think it
him
is too much.
is okay.
Yeah.
Um, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. If you're going to commit with ult, you should always ult first because it gives you 10% increased damage on all the rest of your like damage sources, right?
Yes.
So this key would have dealt like, I don't know, 10 damage more. That's like a lot.
Yeah.
You
I
could
guess
follow flash as well here and
what is it?
use
I
your
have
E.
Q and R on him, so if I flash that gives Electro and he
Yep.
probably dies,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Okay.
Or you could save your flash. Also like a viable option because it's 5-minute cooldown. You're like really flash reliant. And this guy is so low HP, and now you just bully him off the wave. Like just walk up right now.
Yes.
Like walk, 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 walk. I think the really big sin was pooling.
Okay. Yeah. I think what happened is I saw myself getting the weird path on your minions and I just wanted to
Yeah.
go through it.
In
But I went that.
I mean, it's too late now, anyways. You're not walking through me yet. Like, what did you pull right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and you dealt like 20% of your HP at this pool, like from 1,000 HP, from 870 to fucking 600. You got like 150 damage to yourself.
Yeah, that's a
Like
lot.
it kind of sucks. Like if you just ult him, like even if you fuck up and you like use this ult and it doesn't kill or anything, it's still fine. If you don't use your pool because he's this low HP. It's like I said earlier. Sure, he's not actually dead, but you can still like kind of kill him by just walking up now if you had pool, because you can just zone him off the wave, and if he doesn't get the farm, then like he's basically AFK, right?
Yeah. What am I
This ward is okay if you don't really have much time. How much time do you have till the
Okay.
next melee minion dies? Like
Yeah.
30 seconds, right? So you could legit just walk over here and like put it right here, and that would like be legit like the fucking perfect ward.
Yes. What are your thoughts on like if I have like 1,200 gold, right? Is it better to go the like Hextech item or Blasting Wand and Ampton?
If you're going electro, then the hextech item. The alternator
Okay.
is the most efficient damage item in the game if you're playing Vladimir. Like it gives you the most damage for your like money. This recall was really, really, really fucking bad. You know why?
Uh, Probably because you can shove it pretty quickly, right? It's not like it's gonna.
Yeah, you like before you were holding him in lane, right? He can't just recall if you're
Yeah.
chilling there. And now you give him time to breathe. This guy is like less than 400 HP. Your ignite is coming off cool, and you have electro, you have flash. This guy legit can't breathe around you, and you just decide, ah, fuck it, Yasuo. I've spoon fed you so much. Let's see you grow up into an adult, dude.
Yes. Yeah,
Like
that's
he is so
sort of
happy
what I
now.
was talking
Holy
about.
fuck. He's allowed to go, like,
Yeah.
how fucked was he? And now he's allowed to go recall, and now it's like gonna be kind of hard again to play the game.
Yeah.
Sure, when you have lots of money, you want to set up a recall, but you have to like also ask yourself, what am I like giving up for this? Right now, you're giving up literally either a kill, denying him CS, or like holding him in lane. And you know, like even if no kills happen between you and Yasuo, even if you just hold him in lane and he gets like all the farm and you fuck up like that, even that is okay because you are both like scaling up and you are playing Vladimir, like the fucking most late game champion in the game. If you both like just AFK farm till 500 CS, like you are going to just 1v5 a team fight, you know? So this right here, like it just puts you in a spot that you could die to him now, which is like so scary.
Another thing I noticed with Yasuo and Yone, it gets harder and harder to deal with them. Like once they get their tier 2 boots and they can just.
Yeah, it's really,
They're
really hard. And now like you just put yourself in a spot that it's gonna be really fucking hard to deal with him. Like
Yeah.
right now, he's like you could have like put him out of the game like 5 times now. Like you know with how like you pushed and shit, like that was like bad, and then how you could have killed him. Like you understand that that was like a big fuck up, right? But now, he's not even fucked. He's going to fuck you. It's not even equal. Now he's going to like legit slice you probably. Because he has boots and shit. He has boots, he's probably going to be same EXP. Now it's going to be really hard for you to play the game. This shop was okay. It's just that when you recall like this, and the wave is like slow pushing in your direction, you want to shop as fast as possible and just instantly walk out of base. Legit these like 4 or 5 seconds.
I did something.
You like as soon as you recall, you click out of base and you shop, and then you already like walk back. Like this is so essential for Vlad. Like holy fuck.
Okay.
Like this was legit like 7 seconds that you could have been earlier into lane, and those 7 seconds are probably going to be like these melee minions now.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Like it was a good recall, but now it turned into a bad one because you took too long. 4 minions, 5 minions, you lost the entire wave, and I'm pretty sure you could have like lost only like 2 melees if you did it instantly.
Okay. I see what you mean. It definitely helps more to see from this perspective instead of in the client, like spectating.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see your camera movement like this. And like if you were ahead, I can like tell you things like you should be looking like to roam or like next situation. But, like it's not really the case this game since you're like kind of behind.
It's another thing I just need to practice CS in because
Yeah, it's
CS
really
right now
important.
is good.
Are you going to kill him here?
I kind of doubt it. He has the shield up. I don't know Arya.
Like, what does this give you walking up to him and like looking at him right now?
Like not much.
Nothing, right?
Yeah.
So would it not be better if you make sure this goes on a turret so you don't lose any farm? That's perfect, like this. Good, good, good. And then you walk away and hey, look, Nunu is fighting Kha'Zix. It'd be real nice if you could like help him. This is where like F keys become kind of important, like at like 10 minutes when you're actually like a champion. And if there was like a 2v2, you'd probably win it because like you're actually really strong. Like you can see Nunu is fighting Kha'Zix right now. Look. If you instantly move right now, it would be so fucking nice for him, right?
Just die here. Pretty sure.
I mean,
No.
there's a lot to digest in this spot.
Yeah.
Let me see. This is really good. Far so good. The pool underneath him is also really clean. I think you should have ignited him earlier, because it gives you Nimbus Cloak, and then you can like kind of run away from his Qs. Like if you ignited him, this was really clean, perfect. Ignite now, and then you just run at like fucking super speed, and you can't really catch up.
So
Like these auto hits
the
wouldn't land on you if you were like much faster than him, which you would be if you had
Yeah.
ignite. It's really lucky they didn't react with Wind Wall. Did he use it earlier?
Yeah.
923,
Might still be
924.
on cooldown.
Okay, it still should be on cooldown. It's like 20-second cooldown. It was like 14 seconds since it happened. So yeah, good job.
I feel like I remember seeing in one of your videos on YouTube
Yeah,
playing against a Yasuo top, and I don't see many do it where I play, but it's really annoying when I see them like, they expect me to pool when they EQ on me, and then
yeah,
I end up pooling, and then I just kind of get
yeah.
really
It's
messed up
really, really
off
rough.
that.
I don't really know a solution to that either. But like mid lane, it's not that bad because you just have like your turret really close. But top lane, it's like fucking rough. You know Zuko?
Yeah, I think that was the guy you
Yeah,
were playing against in the video.
yeah. He's really, really crazy. It's really hard playing versus him.
Yeah,
He's also like really smart with like minion wave management, and that makes it so hard as a lad.
yeah.
Like you know how
I
fucked
imagine.
Yasuo is right now when you like have Electro and you have the lead and your alternator and everything. Like he can't play the game right now, right? This could have happened so much earlier at like 4 minutes into the game if you just let a slow push. this situation. And if this happened so much earlier, then you probably could have killed him again, and you like are a late game champion. So like the earlier you beat him, the like more fucked he is.
Am I supposed to hold the
Yeah, for
minions
sure.
out of tower here?
This is really troll letting it go on a turret. Like you take no damage from these minions now. You have one Revenant's Hunter stack. You heal a shitload from your Q. You have lots of AP. Like this is
Yeah.
really, really, really troll.
Because even if he tries to push me off it, right, I
You just
keep him in
auto
vision
him.
and he
Yeah,
can't roam or anything.
you
So
literally just auto him and he's fucked. Like you are so fed right now that he can't walk up. Like this is such a good matchup for Vlad mid lane. If you get like the slightest lead, he's just out of it. Like right now, you
I have
shouldn't walk further away than this.
yeah,
Like,
I have a
do you know
friend who
how many range minions need to be alive for it to freeze like this?
it's like 3 or 4, right?
It's 3 full HP casters.
Okay.
So sure, these aren't full HP, but it'll 100% freeze with this amount, like
Yeah.
100%. So all you have to do is kill this melee minion like this, and then just stand still, stand still, stand still. But yeah, this goes on a turret for no reason. And not only
She's back.
does this mean you don't freeze it, but it also means that these minions are going to walk up into the center of the lane, and that costs time, right? So
Yeah.
Yasuo has even more time right now to do something on the map. And if this was a Talon in another world, and like top lane matchup was like going equal, like if he wasn't stomping and he gets a kill top lane, that's like game over already. You wouldn't be able to roam if you held it right now. You'd have to try to stop you from
Because
doing
the
this. And
yeah,
if he tries to stop you, then yeah, you can just kill him as well. Right now, like he's since he's probably bad, he's probably just chilling in this bush and doing nothing. But even that, you're pinging missing. What the fuck? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where's the Yasuo? And fucking Tryndamere is like, oh my god, Yasuo's missing. Is he gonna gank me? And he has to play around that now. Like all this wouldn't happen if you just held it. Dragon is spawning any second. You should probably push it out so you can be there for Nunu.
see, hesitate, walking towards dragon and then turn back to the wave. Oh yeah,
I
that
mean, even if
sucks.
the Z hits, you don't kill him. Yeah, it's really rough now. And you don't really have to try like any crazy shit right now. Like you're playing Vlad, you've got okay farm. Yasuo is like gonna get. He's already outscaled right now. You know, like he's already fucked.
It's way
You
better.
don't really have to like go crazy now anymore.
It's also way better to use my R on dragon instead of trying to get some solo kill
Yeah, I
here.
mean
Right?
this. Yeah, like once you're like this far ahead and everyone else is ahead, it's like better to not play selfish.
Yeah, just chill out.
And right now, especially, um, it's getting like mid game, and Nunu playing a jungle that doesn't really need that much farm. So you could right now just push this, hit this minion, walk away, and take Raptor Camp then. Take Raptor Camp, take Wolves. And if you do this like on cooldown for like 2 minutes, then you're gonna have like really fucking crazy farm and you're gonna be really, really strong.
Um, I guess then would you say to try to avoid that if I have something like a Kha'Zix who needs to hit his level 6, 11 stuff, or just do it
Uh
because generally outscale most junglers?
it depends honestly. Like I don't know, if you're playing with a Kane and he's like actually doing well, then I would like try like if there's another option on the map, then I would like go for something else. But if there is no other option, I will always do it, even if it's like a late game jungle, even if it's a fucking Hecarim, I will still take his jungle. Like you will outscale, and you know you want to be the one who carries, right? You don't know if somebody else is going to carry, but you know you will carry if you get resources. Like you have to be confident in this kind of thing.
That's something else.
Do you know when to go side lane, like bot lane right now?
I don't know. I sometimes struggle knowing exactly when is the best. I just hate sharing farms, so
Yeah, I
when
mean,
Ezreal's mid, I just try to avoid going
hmm
with him.
but if he like doesn't go mid lane right now, do you still go bot lane?
Um,
and then like ping him to go mid? Like, what do you do if he doesn't do this for you? Because
I'm
there will be
not
games where that
certain.
happens, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. If the enemy bot lane, like if this tower falls or this tower falls, it's like whatever. And if the enemy bot lane comes mid and you can't defend your mid lane tower, then you need to get your bot lane to go mid because they'll probably defend it a lot easier because they're like more high ranged. Like Vlad really has shit wave clear and he has shit range. So if like literally Kha'Zix, Janna, and Yone are mid, you can't walk up right, and they'll just eat your turret. And if they take mid lane tower, it's really really shit because then they can just like walk through your jungle and the game is gonna be like become like really fast and you want the game to last as long as possible. If you can't wave clear mid, then go silent. You just took dragon, so you want to be on the side where the objective is on. What is the current objective? Like where is the most likely point of a fight breaking out?
Where are the towers, right?
What?
Well, I mean, if they're trying, if the way my bot lane is playing, if they're trying to pressure towers like that, most likely is they're going to try to fight for the tower and get ganked from the side.
I
Yeah.
mean, they can, but it's really likely that they're just gonna fight for Herald.
Yeah.
Like it's either always Herald or Dragon, and you don't have teleport, so you being opposite side of the map of the objective is kind of rough. If you're playing with a top laner who has teleport, or like if he has like Shen ult or some shit like that, then he should go like on the other side of the map. I'm not sure if this guy has TP or not.
This goes flash.
If Tryndamere does have TP, you ping him to go ball in right now. Like it's really really important
Okay.
because otherwise they can just 5-man this Herald right now, win a team fight 5v4, and you're just chilling bot lane. They get Herald, they win a team fight, and like, what do you get for it? Just like some bot lane farm, right? That's not really like worth it. That's like the only way they come back right now.
Pretty sure this is another time where I haven't really done that. Yeah, I walk up too far into him.
When you have no ults, so it's really rough. I mean, yeah, you will die if you do this. Like you use your really long cooldowns on the wave again. Sure, they're a little less like long now that it's leveled up, but they're still really fucking long without CDR, and you have like 15% CDR right now. Like I'm really not surprised that you die here.
Sense.
Like this just killed you. Let alone like. So what if he ults you at full HP? This pool just dealt more damage to you than his ult. And now
That's
you don't
true.
have like pool. Like you want to hold on to it as long as possible. Till you're like 1 HP, and it's like best time to pull. Before your proto belt, also you're like not the strongest in the side lane because you have no CDR. Like this death
Pretty
costs
sure.
you so much farm again. Like it's like 3 waves in a turret.
Pretty sure I know the answer, but you never like building Cosmic Drive, right?
What?
Do you ever build the Cosmic Drive item, the 30?
That's really shit. Really
Okay.
terrible. Like I'll show you. That loves item efficient items that are like really good gold efficiency. It's not even 100% gold efficient without its passive. So, and the stats that you get are fucking 500 gold worth of HP. Does Vlad need HP?
Not really, because
Yeah,
he's trying to kill people,
I mean you
not
get so much
take
HP anyways from your
turrets.
passive, and you like have so much like effective HP bar as well with your heals and shit. So the HP is wasted. 30 ability haste, sure, it's like it sounds nice, but after you get like I don't know like 40 ability haste, it like has really really diminishing returns. So like the most you want to get is like 20, right? And if you
Yeah,
want only 20, then you can just buy 2 Fiendish Codexes. That's 70 AP and 20 ability haste. And 2 Fiendish Codexes is a whole 1.2k cheaper than Cosmic Drive.
yeah.
Like you
So
with
buying,
with the money of Cosmic Drive, you can literally get um 70 AP from Fiendish Codex, and then since you have 1.25k money, you can get another needlessly large rod, and that's like fucking almost double the amount of AP that you'd get from Cosmic Drive. Like it's so shit. It's really, really ass. Maybe like as a last item it's fine, but like early game it's so shit. I mean, I'm not really sure what you're using the belt on for here for. Like even if you hit Janna with it, there's no way you kill her. She's just gonna tornado and slow you, and you're unable to kill her. And if you do like go for the kill and you like pool her tornado, and then Kha'Zix comes, then you die, and it's like so not worth it. Like it's 5-11 right now. All you have to do is farm, and you win the game.
It's a big problem I noticed when I
Like maybe if
see
it were
thirsty
like
for kills.
enemy team's 20 kills to your 5 kills, then like holy fuck, maybe you have to like go for something greedy. But like right now, you're just chilling. Not having proto belt sucks really hard right now. After you kill this wave, how much time do you have? How much tempo?
It's, what did they say earlier? 5-10 seconds. But
Until
it's
like
gonna
the next
take a
minion
minute
dies?
to crash. Yeah, but I guess it hasn't crashed yet, so it's gonna be a long time.
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds. And if Yasuo kills these minions really quick, he probably is going to do, then nobody's hitting your, like the enemy minions, and it's going to take even longer. And not only that, but you see the next wave is coming here, right? So his wave, the enemy wave, is probably not even going to go on a turret. So you have like a full like 1 to 2 minutes right now where you can just do whatever you want. So what would be like the best way to spend this time right now? If you realize that you have like tempo.
Ward and maybe Flare Gromp or something.
Yeah, exactly. You can just ward and take blue buff and Gromp here. And that's like a shitload more farm. You get your blue buff. That's like so good. And you don't even lose anything for this. Maybe you lose like 1-2 melee minions, but like whatever. 1-2 this late into the game, it's whatever. Like look, no minion died. Last like 20 seconds, no minion died. And these minions wouldn't die as well if Yasuo just like pushed out the wave. And he would 100% push out the wave if you like leave lane. Because he's like, what the fuck? I need to push and like help team fight. It's not like he can freeze it either. I'm pretty sure you can one-shot Kha'Zix here.
It's level 9.
I think, see this? You see him here? You just need to like, I don't know. I guess the pull here was fine, but as soon as you come out, just ult. Really, really important. If you ult here, flash out, like you could do some so like fucking crazy stylish shit right now. Shit would look so fucking nice. Like legit montage play. You ult these guys, holy fuck. Ult him, then just like EQ this guy, proto belt, ignite, and he just dies. With the electro proc as well. Like holy fuck.
It's healing instantly if he dies, right? Doesn't have to wait for the water.
What?
Well, like usually it takes like 3 seconds or whatever for the art to pop. Do I get the healing instantly if he dies?
Yeah, you do.
Before then? Okay.
You wouldn't have to waste your flash as well if you just went for blue buff, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And when you're playing like these late game kind of champions, you should almost always go like the more secure option because it's up to the enemy team to like make a play and like kill you, right? And you're just giving them this opportunity. Like you know you will win the game if this goes to like 40 minutes. And the only way this game doesn't go to 40 minutes is if you die. The enemy team and like give them like advantage. And you're putting yourself in a spot to like die like this. Like you had to use your flash. It's like 5-minute cooldown. Especially with Electro build, it's like super bad to use that.
This was the perfect game to use just as I feel like I kind of got carried by Ezreal in the end. He'd get super fed.
I mean, yeah, there's like a million things that are like you would have just instantly won the game. Like you could have won this game at like level 3 or like yeah, like you know, like level 5 already. Like 4 minutes into the game, it was GG. After that first Nunu gank, it was GG.
Wasn't like this wave, and I guess it's kind of risky pushing it up so far.
Yeah, and this is not going to go on return as well, or will it? Let's see. I was like not looking. Okay, dragon is spawning. The next like minute. It's really, really important. You should like spam ping it right now.
Yeah.
Pushing this is fine. Kha'Zix is dead. I would go for another wave here. You think your team is going to lose this 1v3?
No, I think
I mean,
I
yeah.
saw that the waves were gonna crash soon, so I was just trying to see if they needed me to start moving, and then when I noticed that they
I mean,
had
you know,
a use one,
in some worlds this is smart and like it could be useful, but like you are 6 to 14. There's no way that these guys would need you. Like, there's really
okay,
no way. Right now, you just need to play selfish and like try get yourself back into the game because you're really, really behind. Right now, all the eggs are on your team's basket. If they like fuck up 1-2 times, the game is going to become impossible because you already fucked up so much that you're going to be like this far behind the entire game if you don't like AFK farm for a bit now. Like you're really relying that Ezreal is going to like not fuck up a million times now. It's kind of scary. Like,
sure.
like what the fuck are they doing? There's 3 people on base and dragon spawned. Like holy shit. Nunu is recalling while this shit is spawning. What the fuck? Like this should really not happen. Like you should be spamming the dragon like a minute before it, and then like hopefully they will like actually realize. Like if enemy team just rushes this, it's actually gonna become really hard. What the fuck is this? Ezreal's recalling. Like you need to ping these guys. Help, 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 help. The thing is, like they will listen as well. You think like I'm behind, he's not gonna listen to me, but like it's legit like autopilot. Like everyone's autopiloting right now, right? We can understand that. And these pings are gonna make them like autopilot to your fucking will. They're not gonna like think, "Oh, what the fuck, this guy's pinging me to go dragon. I'm not going to go dragon now because of it, you know? Pushing ball is fine. No objective on the other side of the map. If Baron was up or like another Herald was up, then you should be top lane and the guy is TP balling. Okay.
Yeah. What's the optimal play when like my top laner doesn't have TP?
I mean, then you
Because
just have to make the best out of the situation. Like you can go bot
yeah,
as well. Like it just sucks, but yeah.
I guess I just try to figure out and think Trindamir's probably stronger than I am. I really girded here. Didn't want to use my R on him.
Yeah.
That was
I
really
mean,
bad.
it's not long cooldown. It was like flash then maybe, but holy fuck. Like it's like I said, man. The only way you lose this game now is if Ezreal fucks up.
Yeah,
Ezreal just fucked up. If Yasuo got that shot down, like holy moly, a little bit spooky. Like you're relying on this guy super hard now, and now you're like
yeah,
so behind. If this guy fucks up another like 1-2 times and they get one dragon, it's GG. Like it's impossible for you to win.
yeah.
This recall here is fine. I would go Mejas here,
Okay.
especially because the more flat pen you get, the more damage it does. Do you know why?
I guess just because the I need to think at first this armor and magic resist gets less effective the higher the number
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
So like the difference between 1 and 10 MR is like let's say like 20% the damage reduction, and the difference between like 20 and like 50 MR would be like another 20. That's like 30 like different that's like 30 extra MR, you know?
yeah,
So the
so
more you
like
stack, the like a shitload more damage you do. This is also why Void Staff second item every game is also like really, really viable.
yeah, because it's 2,500, right? It's really cheap.
Yeah, it's so fucking cheap. And your measures right now gives you 5 magic pen because of your protocol passive.
Yeah,
So that's like 23 flat pen right now that you could have. And most champions like are not gonna have much MR right now because you're the only AP. I mean, Luna's not gonna do that much. So they have 0 MR. You would legit deal like almost true damage to everyone.
yes,
And because you're like almost level 13, you have like maxed out abilities. And the thing is, where when you buy AP, it doesn't increase your increase your base damage, right?
Yes.
Magic Pen increases your base flat damage as well. Sure, Vlad has like really good scalings and shit, but his base damage is also pretty decent when you have your abilities maxed out. So right now this gives you like double value as well. That's why probably it does like so much more damage than like just buying AP.
Just to see if you have an answer for this, can you describe to me a situation where you wouldn't want to go Magi's here? Because
Mm,
if Magi's is good when you're ahead, Magi's is good when you're behind.
there really isn't one.
Okay.
Like when you uh the situation where it would be bad is like you just respawned and enemy team is like taking stone soul, like it's 3-0 dragons and you like need this dragon and you need as much damage as
Yeah.
possible, then maybe then, but like that's like
Okay.
really like not possible. It's so rare.
In this game, that's not a thing. I don't know if I'm being smart or just being dumb there, trying to take the
I
raptors from
really
him.
wouldn't. I would. That's just gonna fucking make him angry.
Yeah.
Like all you already decided that like this guy's gonna carry you, and now you're like kind of griefing him. I would be really angry if I was
Yeah.
that.
Sure. Makes sense. The thing is, that's one thing to try to get gold on myself to just because I know that I can do stuff with the gold, but then
Yeah.
tilting your teammates is not good.
I mean, look, there is nobody on the map, top lane or like bot lane,
I
and
guess I
these guys
just
are
like,
pushed in like this, like psychopaths. How
yeah.
scary is that? If I were you, I'd spam ping them away right now because you know, like if they
Okay.
fuck up, it's GG. And like holy shit, like I'm ready fucking crying if I see this happening.
Yeah.
Like you need to spam ping them away. I don't know what like unholy miracle that he performed to like win this, but yeah. Uh-oh,
I
he died.
remember. Yeah.
And you know, dying to Camille, one of the strongest late game champions. Really
Yeah.
calm as lad as well. Like holy fuck, this is scary.
Yeah.
This
Find
wouldn't
that
be scary
champion.
if you had like good farm. But
Yeah,
now
that's true.
because yeah, everything's in Ezreal's basket, he fucked up. Oh, I get hard.
This is a long game too, so if you don't want to finish it,
I
that's
mean, there's not gonna be
perfectly
that much
fine.
to talk about. I'll just go through it quickly.
Yeah.
Like most of it was in the laning phase. It's like the
Yeah.
most important part as well. Let me see. This is fine. Dragon spawning. You want to get pressure? Fine, it's fine.
You probably shouldn't be fighting
No,
Yasuo,
you
should
really
I?
shouldn't. And like this late into the game, 20 minutes, your ult is not really worth a one-man target. Like holy fuck,
Yeah.
this is beyond not worth it. You shouldn't even be fighting him in the first place. Like if you get this dragon, you can't lose the game pretty much because it's Stone Soul. It's really fucking broken.
Yeah.
It's really unlosable. So right now you are risking dying to this guy. And if they get the Stone Dragon, it's actually going to be like kind of losable. Let alone that you like, of course, don't beat him. Yeah, it's looking scary now. Like,
Yeah.
it's legit what I
It's
said.
pretty much on me. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Nimbus Cloak versus Gathering Storm in an Electrocuted page?
When you're playing Electro, you want to like play for the early game, right?
Okay.
So
So,
Gathering is really really shit. And there's like so many scenarios where even late game, Nimbus Cloak is much better than Gathering Storm. Like, would you rather have like would you rather be able to outrun the enemy team, or would you rather have like 20 extra AP like at 25 minutes? You know, like it outscales Gathering Storm. That's how insane it is.
yeah. Is there any matchup where I want Scorch?
What? Sorry.
Is there any matchup where Scorch would ever be
No, no, that's really int.
usable?
No, no.
Okay. That's what I was thinking, but just figure it out.
Holy shit! I lost.
Yeah. And then I get knocked out. It sucks.
Fuck! Did you cancel your E? Oh, I knocked you out.
I started
What do you
it
say?
and
Yeah, yeah.
Janna ulted before it could W.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you kill anyone here either. How did this happen? Nuno's going ball in. He has no TP. We see like so many enemies here. You're walking into them.
Fair enough too.
Like these guys are not ready to fight at all, right? It's gonna take them like 20
Yeah.
seconds to fight. You're just gonna decide to 3v5 them or what? What's the plan here?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Like, it's really obvious that you die here. Like there's no
I
world
guess
where
at that
this
point I
is
should
like a
just
good
be
idea.
running out.
Yeah, I mean you should have not even been here in the first place.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, this game is actually hard. And it's so difficult for you to have any agency over it because you didn't like farm properly.
Here's the same thing. Sneaking down the Ezreal.
Deathcap's nice, you're pretty strong again. What the fuck happened here? Dragon is spawning in like 15 seconds. This dragon like automatically wins you the game because it's such a good one. And you're not with your team. I mean, this is like really, really troll from you. Like once it's like 15 seconds to dragon, you have to be here. Just so the enemy team doesn't walk up. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
really,
guess
really troll.
what was going through my head there was that usually just the way that dragon fights happen, they end up being close to the dragon. So I'm thinking, right, I can clear that wave and be at the dragon, but then they ended up fighting early in mid, which I never thought of.
Yeah, I mean it's like obvious the enemy team is gonna want to fight early, and it's like gonna be like this. Like it's really, really hard for you to take dragon without you. Like it's really hard for your team.
I just get caught.
Like once this shit like is 15 seconds before spawning, like this literally wins you the game instantly. Why wouldn't you want it? Like why wouldn't you give up some farm for it? Like it's super free. He still has shield bow then, yeah. I mean, no way that you beat him here.
Yeah.
Imagine this Yasuo was allowed to play the game still. Like it's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
They got another dragon. Like now it's actually kind of
Yeah.
super hard to win.
I don't think
it's
that we
like
deserve to win the game.
enemy team scales really fucking hard as well. So
Yeah.
hard.
That cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can just kind of combo her here, like fully charged.
Yeah.
When you're playing against Camille, it's really, really important to pull the jump, as the jump not only stuns you and does damage, it also gives her a shitload of attack speed. Look, it goes from 1.19 to 1.57. It's like so much DPS increase.
Yeah.
Hitting a big ult is nice, but you should probably like help your ADC since like he's pretty much the only thing that's like keeping you in the game.
Yeah.
I think here, you just slap the ult down and then you help him.
Yeah. So when I'm losing, or when I personally am not doing super well, it's just best to keep
Yeah.
ADC alive, assuming they're actually doing well.
I mean, yeah. But this situation like should never happen in the first place that you're like not doing this well. You should always have at least like okay farm, like consistent. And solo key is like a lot about consistency. I swear if you lose this dragon. Finally walk up in time, that's nice, that's nice. Why are you looking to fight right now? Like, if you get this dragon, you auto win the game, right?
Yeah, and I guess there's no reason to fight, assuming I can trust my neuter to press Q smite.
Yeah, and even if it gets stolen, so what? You will kill the Kha'Zix, and then like they can't really defend against you sieging with Baron. So the worst case scenario is good. maybe if this was like Stone Soul for enemy team, then it would be kind of scary to like flip it. But like right now, you just fucking attack it. Like
Yeah.
this is so scary right now. Look, you're legit. You're team fighting without Stone Soul, even though like this Stone Soul is up. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like so absurd. This was a nice ult.
Like also so scary though.
And there's like no way that you lose this if you just get Stone Soul.
Yeah. That's another time. I don't know if that's on me or not, but there was that random fight in top lane that's like there's a fucking the tower dived our tier 1 top tower. I just
Yes.
yeah. I didn't expect that at all, but maybe I should have based on how they were grouped.
I mean, it's like really troll of them to do this in the first place.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like such a dumb thing that I don't show up and it almost works for them.
I mean, it really doesn't work. Look, they just lost the game.
Oh yeah.
This doesn't work for them. Even if they ace you guys, it's Trinity will still end the game. Like, it's so troll of them. Also, going Magi's this late into the game is like kind of not really that much value.
Okay. So unless I have like a max stack Dark Seal, right?
I mean,
I
yeah,
need
then
to
it's
get
fine
a
because you
second
just get
item
boost
or
speed.
whatever.
But like, you have to imagine if you get lucky kills and you have a Magi's at like 10 minutes and you increase your AP from 100 to like 250. If you just get like lucky random kills, 100 to like let's say even 200. That's 100.
Yeah.
That's like 100% AP increase, right? And it's like now like 40 minutes into the game, and you buy Magi's then, and you get like some lucky kills. It increases from like fucking 500 to 600, like nothing, right? So it's
Yeah.
better to get it as early as possible, like more
Okay.
effective. Later into the game, it's like whatever, not gonna make much of a
So
difference.
especially when I don't have any stacks on Dark Seal, it's best to get it early instead of
Yeah,
late. Okay.
and because like the way MR works, early game enemies don't really have that much MR, so the earlier flat pen is like crazy damage as well. That's why it works so well.
It's crazy. I remember I played a ARAM game
Yeah,
as the Phelios, who has like super crazy low MR,
yeah,
and like they had a Vel'Koz with
yeah.
the Ludens before it got
Yeah,
nerfed.
I mean, holy
He
fuck.
had fucking like 40 magic pen. I think I
Yeah,
bought
it's really
2SS
nasty.
just for the magic resist.
I mean, do you have any questions still?
I think I wrote some down. Tried to be all prepared and stuff.
Yeah.
um, let's see. I was wondering if you had tried Spirit Visage this season. Is that ever something to
Nah,
do?
I don't think it's worth anymore because last season you had like Spellbinder and you had lots of AP. Now you actually
Yeah.
have to buy a shitload of AP to make up for it.
Okay. Um, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just bad in the matchup, but I was struggling with Akali in the past. I didn't get to record one of those matches.
It's kind of hard, but you have to imagine it like this. Akali is like a champion that like cheats laning phase. Like she's that strong in lane, but then like it's really hard for her to carry games after that. So if you just don't die to her, she's kind of fucked. It's the same with like Lucian. So all you have to do
Okay.
is just not die, and it's like really chill.
Okay. Another thing I saw from one of your YouTube videos, I saw you going one or two codexes into Rabadons first. Is
Yep.
that ever something I should consider into lanes where I really need the CDR? Or
Depends on which playstyle you prefer. Like if you like going phase rush with Ghost Ignite, then you do that every game. If you prefer going Electro and like winning laning phase, then you should never do that. Because Electro build is like literally made by like Alternator and Throttle Belt.
okay. So with the Ghost Ignite setup, I just had a question. What's the reasoning on going Ignite if the whole thing with Ghost is to scale and talk that?
It gives you a shitload of kill pressure in like laning phase. Like even without Electro, it's still like it makes you like really really threatening, and um the damage is like pretty fucking high. And since you have two summoner spells that are like on a 2-minute cooldown instead of like a 5-minute cooldown, if you in laning phase have the opportunity to trade like your 2-minute cooldown for like a 5-minute cooldown from enemy team, like if you ghost ignite somebody and they are forced to flash because of it, then it's like mega worth because you can just do it next time and they don't have flash. That's like the logic behind it. It's also the double codex with ghost ignite is also made by the fucking crazy Chinese guys.
Search Ghost Ignite setup. Do
I didn't hear you,
I?
by the way. It, like cut off. What did you say?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
With the Phase Arch setup with Ghost Ignite, um, do I ever go pen boot or do I ever go CDR boots or do I usually just default to Magic Pen?
You can go CDR shoes. They're really nice in laning phase and really nice early game. They're like almost needed into hard matchups like Orianna and Syndra, like first back CDR boots. And IMO, you should only go them if you have Cosmic Insight, because it like kind of bugs out this time. With Cosmic Insight, I think you get like 40 seconds off your flash, right? And with CDR shoes, I think you get like 20 seconds off or something. It's not that much. And when you combine those two, you get like 70 seconds for some reason. Like it's really fucking crazy when you combine those two. So I'd only recommend it if you can combine it.
Okay.
I can't hear you again. You're like lagging really hard. I still can't hear you, dude. You can hear me. You there, dude? I mean, I have no idea. Maybe you like replug your microphone or something. I really don't know.
Does that help?
Okay, yeah. No.
Okay. I was wondering what you recommend doing with when I'm picking late in draft and I see like 2 or 3 tanks. Because even with Void Staff, I find that to feel kind of bad.
CDR is like really nice versus tanks. Like you can try get some like early CDR like with a codex or something.
Okay.
Like I don't know. If you really like, you can go Rift Maker. If there's like a shitload of tanks and they don't really have that much like damage threat, then fine.
Okay. With Earthmaker, do I ever consider going Cosmic Drive then with Earthmaker?
No, it's really ass. Like if they have lots of tanks, you should definitely go Ghost Ignite setup, because then you can go double Fiendish Codex into Deathcap, and then you can still decide what your mythic item is going to be. And if you don't like rush a mythic item, it doesn't feel as bad when you like buy one that's not like mega optimal for Vlad. So you could like go
Okay.
Liandry's or Riftmaker, and like Liandry's shreds MR like crazy, so it's also really good versus tanks.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you very much.
No worries. Um, I'll stop recording now.